A miracle pollution solution?
It has zero emissions, and it's one of the most abundant elements in the universe.
A chance to break a world record?
We think that hydrogen could be a viable energy source in the future, and we really want to show the world what it can do on the performance end.
And a team suffering from extreme sleep deprivation.
We're slowly killing ourselves. Hopefully we get the car done first.
They're putting it all on the line in a bid to change the way the world thinks about fuel forever.
These kids continue to amaze us on a daily basis. Their dedication, their fortitude, their never-say-die mentality.
Radical rides, cutthroat competition, and outside-of-the-box technology. We may be running out of gas, but we're not running out of fuel. I'm Jonathan Levitt, and I'm on a quest for the leanest, meanest, and greenest wheels.
3, 2, 1.
Hydrogen has long been considered the magic bullet solution to the fuel crisis. Not only can it be produced domestically, its only emission is 100% pure H2O. So if you're like me, you're probably wondering why our highways aren't overflowing with hydrogen hot rods.
20 years ago, it was felt that we might see hydrogen vehicles in 10 to 15 years. 10 years ago, it was thought that we might see hydrogen vehicles in 10 to 15 years. Now we think we might start seeing hydrogen vehicles in 10 to 15 years.
Hydrogen fuel cell technology has been in the research and development stage for ages. But when it comes to proving what hydrogen power can do, all eyes are on this dream team from Ohio State University.
This is a very high-profile project, not just for the center, but for the university. These students all are highly recruited by industry, and many of them will have job offers long before they graduate.
These guys have been working for nearly 2 years on the Buckeye Bullet 2, the world's first hydrogen fuel cell land speed streamliner. They've teamed up with an impressive selection of sponsors, including Ballard and Ford, to make the Buckeye Bullet 2 a reality.
They're not just dedicated students, they're outstanding engineers. Right? These kids continue to amaze us on a daily basis. These students are working with Ford and obviously Ballard Power Systems, who have supplied the fuel cells, but really they're pushing this project along. They're integrating their fuel cells when Ford isn't there to help, when Ballard isn't there to help, and they're really pushing this on their own. And it's amazing that they've done it in such a short time frame and that the quality of work is so great that they're doing on this vehicle.
This is an around-the-clock project for the Buckeye Bullet 2 team, who are aiming to put the vehicle through its paces next month during Speed Week at the Bonneville Salt Flats. For land speed racers, proving yourself on the salts is the ultimate goal. And the record they're hoping to break? Their own. Back in 2004, the team broke the world record for fastest electric vehicle on the planet with the Buckeye Bullet 1, an electric land speed vehicle that the team managed to get up to 314 miles per hour.
I mean, if you think about that, in 04 they went 314 miles per hour, and they said, that's not good enough. What group of students would say that, right? They said, let's go 350, but let's do it with a bigger challenge. Let's use fuel cells, hydrogen power. Before they had used batteries. It's a much simpler system, a lot of power on board, but a much simpler system in comparison to fuel cells. So the fact that they wanted to beat a record of 314 miles per hour in addition to using a brand new powertrain and turn that around within a 2 to 3 year time frame is absolutely amazing.
Now these are some guys I want to meet.
Here we are at the Transportation Research Center waiting for the team from Ohio State University with the Buckeye Bullet 2. This is where they're going to do all of the testing, getting their vehicle ready for the Bonneville Salt Flats. This will be the first time they ever run this car. It's very exciting, but they're not here yet, so we don't know what's going on. There might be some problems. We're going to find out. Yep. It says Ohio State. It's got to be them. Hello.
Hey, Jonathan. Isaac Harper, Ohio State, Buckeye Bullet 2, team leader.
Nice to meet you. Thanks. Wow. Hello, everybody. This is the team.
This is them.
Thanks for coming. We were expecting you a few hours ago.
Yeah, we're running a little bit behind. We've been up for the past 2 days working on the car. We ran into some trouble with our suspension mounts early this morning.
Will it be ready today, tomorrow? Or?
Tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow evening.
All right. Well, if I can lend a hand, I'd be happy to do it.
All right.
We're heading back to the shop so I can finally get a look at this lean, mean speed machine.
There it is. There it is, the Buckeye Bullet 2. Wow.
Jonathan, it's over there.
Okay, so you can't quite tell it's a car yet, but when the Buckeye Bullet 2 is complete, it will end up looking a lot like its sleek predecessor, the Buckeye Bullet 1. So for now, Since the team's still working on its carbon fiber outer shell, we get to see the Bullet in its birthday suit.
I'm standing in front of the Buckeye Bullet 2 with Rebecca from Ballard Power Systems, and Ballard has provided the 2 hydrogen fuel cells for the vehicle, right?
That's right. This one here and this one here together make about 500 kilowatts of power that we're hoping to see on race day.
Can I just buy fuel cells like this? Where did these come from?
No, these ones actually are recycled from a fleet deployment that was fuel cell buses in Europe, and we saw an opportunity to use them here.
That's spectacular. So they've been recycled themselves. Do these fuel cells store energy for a certain period of time, or do they act as a conduit for energy? How does that actually work?
Well, the difference between a fuel cell and a battery is a battery stores energy, whereas a fuel cell will keep going and provide power for as long as fuel is supplied. The hydrogen actually goes in a tank that sits at the back of the vehicle, and it will also be fueling the fuel cells with air, because what you need is hydrogen and oxygen to have a reaction together. It splits the hydrogen. When you split the hydrogen, you create an electron and a proton. The electron's what creates the electricity. The proton passes through a membrane in the fuel cell, joins back up with the air, and then the only emission from that reaction is water vapor. So completely zero emission.
Rebecca, this is fantastic. Thanks for showing us around the car. I'm going to keep looking around.
My pleasure.
Let's check in with the team.
What's up, John?
I'm sorry to interrupt. I know you're trying to make a hydrogen car here and everything.
Right.
But I thought I'd ask how things are going.
We identified the problem that we had with the suspension. With the help of these guys here, they came up with a solution that we can implement in-house in a quick order of time. We could use your help in making new clevises for the upper and lower A arms.
You game for that? Absolutely. Just show me what to do and I'll do it.
The brake drums are rubbing against the suspension rods, which is a major problem. Thankfully, these guys have come up with a solution, but it's pretty labor intensive. So I'm going to jump in and lend a hand where I can.
You're going to take this wrench and you're going to take out those bolts.
Great. And we're going to move it up?
No, we're going to
After we do that, we're going to pull it out and then...
Moving it up is a little more difficult. We have to actually cut these tabs and drill new holes. It takes a lot of work.
Now, is this thing going to fall?
No, I got it.
That's a tricky one there, huh?
Yeah, you can actually put that to the side.
Oh, excellent. Nice.
You'll get your hands a little dirty. That's okay.
That's all right. That's what I'm here for.
These guys need all the help they can get. Right now, it's a race against the clock. With Speed Week at Bonneville just around the corner, the team can't afford to miss another date at the test track.
What are we doing here?
We're going to tear this all off and get down to just the basic chassis. And we're going to have to modify that to bring it up. So it's not just simply, moving it. We have to modify and cut some steel and drill some holes. So we already got a castle nut in here. And you're going to have to take these pliers and straighten out these little pieces of metal.
Just straighten them out. Are they going to come off?
Yeah, we're going to pull it through here.
That's a little tricky.
Yeah. You see why we picked you to do this job, huh?
Oh, that's lovely. Aha! Got it. I figured out the trick.
You're going to want to clamp it.
There we go, huh? Ow.
That doesn't look so mighty. That took you a lot of trouble?
You know what? You're right. All right, so this is why I don't build hydrogen cars.
The team sent me off to get some shut-eye, but they're working through the night.
I'm back at the shop. It's the next morning, and I'm feeling a little bit guilty. I had an amazing night of sleep, which is more than I can say for a lot of these guys. Most of them have been working tirelessly through the night to fix the problem they've been having with the Bullet 2. Let's check in on their progress. Good morning.
Morning.
So how was it last night? How's it going this morning? Give me a checkup here.
Well, all right, last night, what did you guys do last night?
Mounted the driver's train, got that in the car, solved a few problems about filling and oil passages.
You going to see it on the track today? Or?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure? Yep. Great news.
Looks like they just have to take care of a few last-minute details, and we'll be out there on the track.
What are you doing in there, man?
I am I'm putting in a list so the driver knows how to start the car.
That's a pretty good list.
Yeah, in case he forgets.
Really?
Yep.
So that's not something maybe he would just know, or?
No, it doesn't quite start like a regular car.
So